Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Pablo Mari set to leave Arsenal for Monza in next 48 hours. Pablo Mari is set to leave Arsenal within the next 48 hours, with Sky Italia reporting that Monza hoped that they could seal a deal for the defender as early as today. Mari's departure from the Emirates has been on the cards for some time. The Spaniard spent the second half of last season on loan with Udinese in Serie A. Before that, the 28-year-old barely featured at all for the Gunners, and Mikel Arteta has since been able to welcome William Saliba back into the first team fold at the Emirates. Reports this week claimed that a return to Italy was likely on the cards, with both Monza and Verona looking to sign the centre-back, and it seems that the former have won the race. Sky Italia is now reporting that Monza are very close to signing Mari and hope to confirm the deal in the next 48 hours. In fact, there is a chance that a move could be announced today. Mari leaving Arsenal looks to be best for all parties. Should he stick around, he will surely barely feature for the Gunners during the coming season. Obviously, it's hard to imagine that Arsenal will receive a significant fee for Mari if he ends up leaving permanently, but offloading his wages may be a boost for the Gunners ahead of the final stages of the window. Mari was a good signing for Arsenal when he came in. Mikel Arteta previously labelled him a leader, but the Gunners have moved forward since his arrival, and with that, all sides will be hoping that his move to Monza does indeed go through as soon as possible. Emile Smith Rowe admits he's carrying an injury ahead of Premier League opener. Emile Smith Rowe is set to return to Arsenal training this week, but is still not fully recovered from his groin injury. The Evening Standard reported that the England international will miss the opening match of the Premier League season against Crystal Palace on Friday night, and they also carry comments from the midfielder about the status of his injury, which has impacted his involvement in pre-season. Smith Rowe says he's moving in the right direction, but still feeling pain in his groin as he looks to step up his return. "I'm getting here," said Smith Rowe, who the report says is hoping to take part in some light training soon. "We are going to see what happens. I'm going to be training this week, so hopefully I can be back with the team. It's just my groin at the moment. I'm getting a bit of pain in there. It's getting better and I should be back soon." This is a big season for Smith Rowe, who has dreams of going to the World Cup with England later this year. He also has competition from the likes of Fabio Vieira for his Arsenal spot, and he will be frustrated that he cannot get off to a flying start. But it's also important to get fully recovered and not risk a setback, because with the European football back at the Emirates this summer, this will be a frantic season. Arteta wants to give William Saliba a new contract. According to Football London, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta was so impressed by William Saliba during pre-season that he wants to hand the Frenchman a new contract now. The 21-year-old joined the Gunners all the way back in 2019, but he's yet to play a competitive game for the club. After 3 loan spells away in France, many questioned if Arteta even fancies him. Following a hugely successful season at Marseille, Saliba returned to Arsenal for pre-season. Arteta finally handed the Frenchman a chance, and the youngster was excellent. Saliba was almost flawless in every game that he played for the Gunners over the last month, including the ones against the Champions League clubs Chelsea and Sevilla. He helped Arsenal keep clean sheets in both games, and that impressed everyone, including Arteta. Football London reporter Kaya Kainak was discussing Saliba's contract situation yesterday, and he revealed that Arsenal are very keen to extend his deal after his performances in pre-season. He has really impressed Mikel Arteta in pre-season with how quickly he has been able to adapt to the tactical demands with Arsenal and how confident he has looked in the process, the journalist wrote. It has been revealed that talks over a new contract have been broached with Saliba's camp, and Edu would like to wrap that up very quickly, ideally before the World Cup in Qatar this winter. Saliba's current contract expires in the summer of 2024. Saliba has been sensational for Arsenal during pre-season, and they should do everything they possibly can to tie him down to a long-term contract. The 21-year-old is incredibly composed on the ball, is a very good passer, excellent in the air, and his intelligence at the back is well beyond his years. Arteta has been impressed, and he has been vocal about it too. Lucas Torreira move could be hijacked at very last minute. Lucas Torreira is close to moving from Arsenal to Galatasaray, but other clubs are working to try and hijack the deal. Fabrizio Romano says on Twitter that the Turkish outfit are still waiting for the green light from the 26-year-old over joining them. That has given some hope to other sides that they can muscle their way in there during the delay and get a deal done. It has been clear for most of this summer that Torreira will leave the Emirates Stadium before the end of the transfer window. Torreira spent the previous season on loan in Italy at Fiorentina, where he impressed with his performances and seemed to get his career back on track, but a permanent move to the Serie A outfit failed to materialize, and the midfielder could not hide his frustration. Galatasaray are still waiting for the final green light from Lucas Torreira, who has not arrived yet. Full agreement in place with Arsenal, but waiting for the player. Gala want to be fast as other clubs trying to hijack the deal, Fabrizio Romano tweeted. It seems Torreira is not 100% sold yet on the idea of going to Galatasaray, but the deal is close, and if he does give the green light, it looks set to go ahead. Arsenal are finally pushing on with getting unwanted players out of the club, as Mikel Arteta hones his squad for the season ahead. Torreira was signed by Unai Emery, and despite Arsenal's need for another central midfielder this summer, there was never any realistic hope that the Uruguayan would get a reprieve and be that man. Arsenal summer signing Fabio Vieira compared with Bernardo Silva. Tony Cascarino has told the Times that he can see Fabio Vieira making a big impact at Arsenal and compared the 22-year-old with Bernardo Silva. The Gunners appear to have enjoyed a brilliant window. They have made a number of impressive signings, strengthening both the strongest lineup available to Mikel Arteta as well as the depth in the ranks. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko will take many of the headlines, but one of the deals that really caught the fan base off guard was the acquisition of Vieira. The Gunners paid an initial £30 million for Vieira. They will be hoping that he proves to be the latest sensation to emerge from the Portuguese league. Certainly, Cascarino can see the attacking midfielder being a major success at the Emirates. In fact, he claimed that Vieira reminds him of Bernardo Silva. The Portuguese reminds me of when I first saw his compatriot Bernardo Silva at Monaco before the latter's move to Manchester City, he told the Times. Vieira is an attacking midfielder, short in stature, who is very comfortable on the ball, can keep possession for fun, is technically excellent, and has an eye for goal. Silva has sometimes played wide, but Vieira's more natural position is the central of the pitch. Arsenal's signing of Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko have captured most attention, but Vieira could make a big impact. I can see him and Martin Odegaard forming an exciting pairing just behind the front line. Obviously, Arteta will be wary of putting too much pressure on Vieira at this stage of his career. However, it would hardly be a surprise if the Arsenal boss had a similar idea about his attributes. Arteta has brought a couple of Manchester City players to the club following his own stint as an assistant at the Etihad Stadium, and reports have previously suggested that Arsenal were keen on signing Bernardo, so you can definitely imagine that Arteta and Edu have been on the lookout for a player who could potentially tick some of the same boxes. Vieira will need time to adapt to the Premier League and his new club, but it would be incredibly exciting for Arsenal if there were indeed signings of Bernardo in his game in the month ahead. Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale opens up on why he turns off social media. Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale has admitted he turned off social media on his phone as a result of fans telling him that they knew where he lived following his £24 million move to the Emirates Stadium. The Stoke-on-Trent-born star joined the club from Sheffield United after suffering 2 successive relegations from the Premier League, having endured heartbreak with Bournemouth the season prior. Fans were initially underwhelmed with the signing, with many claiming the price tag to be hefty for a player who had yet to endure survival in his top-flight career, but Ramsdale quickly won fans over with a series of impressive performances and a lovable attitude which has made him one of their own, and the star looks set to take part in his first bout of European football next season due to Arsenal's 5th place finish. However, it has not all been plain sailing, with supporters quick to display their dismay with the signing upon his arrival that, for Ramsdale, made him turn social media off with the three-time England international, knowing that the only person he has to impress is boss Mikel Arteta. At the very start, it was difficult. I had a lot of negativity around the signing, with idiots online saying don't sign. Ramsdale told reporters, as relayed by the Evening Standard, not necessarily death threats, but threats saying we know where you live and things like that, trying to scare me. Quite quickly, I turned all that stuff off. Social media for me is a place to communicate with my friends and with the fans as well, but with limits on who can actually reach me. You are just setting yourself up for a downfall. As much as I love the fans, they don't really have an opinion on what we do on the pitch. The people I need to impress, like I said, are the manager, the coaching staff, and ultimately my teammates. If I have their trust, then I will have the fans' trust as well. Fabrizio Romano has backed Arsenal to make one or two more signings before the summer transfer window shuts. The transfer insider, writing on Give Me Sport, believes the Gunners are likely to be busy over the coming weeks. However, Romano did also claim this would be dependent on whether Arsenal offload any more players. The Gunners have enjoyed a fruitful transfer window, bolstering their ranks in several key areas. Arsenal were desperate for a striker and duly addressed this by signing Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City. Mikel Arteta also needed reinforcements in midfield and a left back. In one signing, he addressed both positions, bringing in Alexander Zinchenko from the Etihad. Arsenal also flew under the radar to sign one of Portugal's best young midfielders in Fabio Vieira. Then you have Marquinhos, a top attacking talent from Brazil, and United States goalkeeper Matt Turner. Arsenal have been linked with Leicester City Yuri Tielemans all summer, though they are yet to make a move. Likewise, PSV Eindhoven's Cody Gakpo is apparently on the Gunner radar. Romano believes there will be probably more transfer business from Edu and Arteta over the coming weeks. It will take some time, wrote Romano, but I'm sure Arsenal will be busy in August with one or two more signings. It depends on the opportunities or outgoings though. Great news for Arsenal fans, who will no doubt be eager for a cherry on top in wake of a great preseason. Not only have the Gunners made some great signings, but they have also been shifting some high earners. Bernd Leno, who was on a £100,000 a week contract, has joined Fulham, and £75,000 a week midfielder Lucas Torreira is close on joining Galatasaray. Arsenal are in great shape ahead of the Premier League opener against Crystal Palace, and there could yet be more to come. Darren Bent reacts after Arsenal make inquiry for Jarrod Bowen. Darren Bent has told TalkSport that he cannot see Arsenal signing Jarrod Bowen amid reports that they have made an inquiry for the West Ham star, but he did predict that £75 million may be enough to land the England international. Bowen went into the summer off the back of a stunning campaign at the London Stadium. He scored 17 goals and contributed 13 assists in all competitions, and surprisingly, his form has attracted attention. Journalist Ben Jacobs told Give Me Sport last week that Arsenal have made an inquiry for the 25-year-old. He did, however, suggest that West Ham do not want to sell the former Hull City star. In fact, the report claimed that the Irons' asking price was £75 million. Upon hearing the reports, Bent suggested that he would not pay that much for Bowen. He also hinted that West Ham would be delighted to receive such a bid. I'm not paying that, no chance, he told TalkSport, but then again, we paid £72 million for Pepe. No, I don't think it will happen. When you look at the attacking options Arsenal have got, £75 million will tempt West Ham, trust me. If Arsenal was to drop £75 million on the table for Jarrod Bowen, West Ham would consider that. You can see why Bent has his doubts about Arsenal making a move for Bowen. They have a number of attacking options, and if the windows shut tomorrow, their supporters would probably be very happy with the players they have. However, West Ham fans may not agree with his view about the asking price at all. Jack Grealish left Aston Villa for £100 million after a season in which he scored 6 league goals. Bowen contributed double that amount last term, admittedly in more games. He is an unbelievable player, probably not at his peak yet, so the Hammers will feel that they have every right to demand even more should any club come calling. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.